yourself at least, bro. You are Yakubian.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yakubs.
When you look at history, you're not supposed to trust it.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to do
With
that.
that said, welcome back to Eastside Minds. How y'all doing? This shit is recording. We are live.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Eastside Minds, we back.
They gotta
yo. If you needed any evidence as to why I have the cast that I have with me, that's why. Right there.
Shit could go
Elon
left
Musk
at
is an
any-
alien.
Yo, watch that nigga, man. You see, that's his big ass head. But if you look at his chest and back,
Sternum.
nigga. No, sir.
That nigga beyond sturdy.
Yo, listen, man. Y'all see how motherfuckers is starting this motherfucker off, man.
Man.
Good vibes, laughter. It's such an honor to be back. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders just by hitting record, hitting play.
Yeah, it do feel
Gang
nice
is
to be
still
back.
here.
Shout out to
Shy
P&T.
Money is here. Shout out P&T Knitwear Studio for
Shout out
allowing us
early.
to step back in.
Absolutely.
Shit,
And
we
for
thought we'd
leveling up.
never see this space, or we thought it might be a while till then.
It's
But
still orange in the spot.
it's been long enough.
Yeah, we are still sitting on the sun, but they definitely,
Come on,
you know what I mean,
baby.
they spruced it up.
Absolutely.
Beautiful new equipment,
I'm fucking with it.
new energy.
Strong way.
I like being out here.
Bringing
Get to
that
see all the
shit.
people
Yeah, we got
that-
new faces. Like, let me do a little introduction. Your boy Shy Money, of course. I have so many aliases. Shy Money is here.
Yeah,
Shy is here.
sir. Cold clutch.
Shy is here.
And shit like
I ain't
that.
gonna hold you. It's an evolution. It's
Look.
me accepting and coming into my own and embracing these grades that's coming into my motherfucking facial hair. So,
Don't tell
I'm so
nobody.
tired of the gray hair, bro.
Shy Money.
I'm the
Oh
youngest.
man.
I should.
It's your first time in the space, so I'll let you introduce yourself how you want to introduce yourself to my left.
How
To y'all
doing?
right, but to
You
my
already
left.
know how y'all doing. Here with my guys, you know me. I'm Alex. I go by Alex. Some people call me Mighty, but I don't really like people who don't know me to call me that. So,
That sounds personal.
Just
That
make
sounds
sure you're
personal.
talking to Mike when you say that.
You know, you can call me Alex. Remember that, you know, with the big A. You heard?
With the
That
big
away.
A.
Big A.
To my right, but to y'all left, y'all already know. I'll let y'all do y'all thing.
Come on, man. It's that guy, I guess. Cam Crew in the building. Cam Crew in the building, the photographer guy. Shoot you up, bang, bang. You know what I mean? East Side forever. You already know.
Yeah, you got on 5-pound pole, regular shit. You know me. You on pole energy.
Our regular degular is expensive, though. Remember
Yo.
that?
It's an honor and a privilege to be sitting next to you, gentlemen. Family, hermanos, my
Absolutely.
amigos are
Tribe
here.
vibes.
Tribe is here. We ain't gonna cry wolf about our process to get back here. Just know it was a long and it was a well-deserved, well-challenged. Shit, I feel like I've definitely grown in the middle of it. I had some epic summer workouts. Fucking eggs is 8th prices right now to give y'all a glimpse of what's going on in
This shit
today's
bad. Yo,
world.
giving
Like,
niggas Lucy's an egg. you
eggs
feel
is
me?
8th
That's
prices.
when-
Like
that's when you
motherfuckers
know
can
it's
go to the
bad.
store and get an 8 for the same price that you get a carton of eggs for. Think about how that shit sounds.
That's ridiculous.
It ain't green. It ain't airy.
Nah. Shit's
So,
bad. Shit's
what's up?
bad out.
What's up? Yeah,
Drink
shit,
water.
Shit is nuts.
Drink water.
Shit is nuts. Besides, but nuts.
Ain't nothing
But
wrong with the chicken, but the eggs.
I don't know.
is
It
for
might,
the
it might
high.
be something wrong with everything.
Sometimes there's something wrong with the thighs and not the wings and shit.
The way we got tariffs and
They
the
not
way
trying to
homie
they
make
is
not
moving.
cloning everything at the same rate.
They be injecting these shits in certain
sir.
areas.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it sounds like to me.
buffing these chickens and
You
shit
feel
up.
me?
to
It sound
feed
like
Listen,
roids
super
and
What
shit.
happened is
Buff
this.
chicken.
If you have a steroid chicken, you could get meat from it easy.
Absolutely.
But it's hard to get the same steroid chicken to
To
produce
produce an egg.
Eggs.
So
Shit ain't. It's just like when dudes be taking roids and they shit be
I need you to
shrinking.
grow as fast as possible. So I'm
But
roiding you up, and
you
you
not
growing,
making
giving
no
me
Yes.
egg. You not
actual
roiding you up.
nah like
process.
you can't
Shooting
move.
you up.
You just
Buff chicken.
That's
you
it.
made it be baked, baby.
Cut you up, eat you.
I ain't gonna lie, I have done a
Bad
better
vibe.
job at implementing some, adding some salad to my diet. Last 2-3 weeks, I've been
Respect to
solid
that.
at that. I've had a salad at least 3 days a week for the last 3 weeks.
I had to tell my homegirl
Solid.
yesterday that a salad to me is just throwing mad spinach on top of it.
That could work. Whatever
That's what I'm
works for
saying.
you. However you get them
It's the
greens.
Neanderthal salad.
However you
That
get
shit-
some
hey.
greens. I ain't gonna lie.
I could do way
that
better
Tex
than
Mix
that.
salad, Lamy style. Yo,
They got
they
it?
got it. Yo, that Tex Mix salad, they add the
Aight.
tortilla chips in there. All
Shout out
types
to
of
Lamy
shit.
style.
They
Shout outs to
crazy.
Franklin Plaza one more time. Like,
Eastside.
come
Shout out to
on,
Lamy
baby.
style. Y'all niggas went from
Listen,
Triangle
man.
A pizza
I
to
remember
a
y'all.
whole menu.
Feel me?
Eastside.
Big
Like
facts.
I remember
Eastside.
Irvin. Y'all, he used to play ball with niggas. Respectfully.
Shit, we used to play wiffle ball, stick ball. My man's, that's my guy, you know?
His pops run the spot, so yeah.
Shout out to them. As you can see, with all the shit that we was talking about, how the state of especially our economy is crazy, there's still a lot of positives that we need to look forward to. We need to build off of that word. I'm not gonna lie. Big thing for me the past couple months has just been accountability. We had a discussion in the house, and kid told me something that has stuck me ever since. Even though in some ways I might disagree with him. Like the whole idea of blame versus accountability, like you like taking blame and how that could be detrimental.
Absolutely.
I get it. But as in like
As in
where
a-
we
we grown
split, where we split
yo.
hairs is when you're a leader, like as a leader, as somebody that thinks of themselves as a pioneer, as a leader, if taking accountability and blaming yourself in a way works for you, then by all means, I'm not one that's gonna tell you how to execute and how to move off of motivation or fuel. But I do agree when Kids said that using the term people need to take blame or point fingers and shit like that,
Is
that's
where it
not
gets
healthy
confusing.
for us. And I'm with that. Taking accountability without pointing fingers, even
That's what
though
I'm
if you could
saying.
be pointing the finger at yourself,
That's
I'm with
the key.
that. The language of it, I'm with that.
Because
However
at
you
the
deal
at the
with
core
that.
of
Call me, y'all.
that, at the core of that, the only thing that you really can control in your life is yourself.
Right.
Things outside of
Absolutely.
it that you can't control. Blaming is partially you deflecting from that personal responsibility. Where that accountability is you proactively
Looking at that.
looking at the situation and taking what you contributed to and just taking it on the chin.
But my question is, when you blame yourself, does the
Oh,
same
nah.
things apply?
I don't think that blaming yourself, I think that these things are very similar, but I think the blame is how you can negatively impact your process.
Right.
Like,
and
you know
that's
what I mean?
where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, the language
Intention.
barrier,
But
that I can see how niggas
I think
get
it's
fucked
like
up
it's like levels to how you blame yourself. Because accountability is essentially blaming yourself.
It's the highest.
So-
it's the highest frequency of.
You feel me?
Blame.
You could go out of pocket with it and put yourself down into the dump.
Because I see blame as a
Right.
lower
It's
frequency
levels.
word. I think blame is kind of a low frequency word.
I think that was
It
his
comes
main,
with
that was his
it
main
comes
point.
with
Yeah,
dark
you know what
It's
I
not
mean?
a word that we should be associating ourselves. We should be using, at
Right.
least not as
Because
normal
none
as
of
we
was
use
our
it.
fault. And his main point was because you can't take blame for something that's not our fault. That's not faulted. That is not our fault. We didn't do it. We didn't cause it. We just have to deal with the results of it.
Yeah.
So now the accountability is to know, all right, because this already happened, we
Absolutely.
can't just keep on saying, yo, we looking for somebody else, we looking for somebody else, we looking for somebody else. We got to make the change actively. But instead of blaming ourselves because we didn't do it, we just take accountability for the
What we
state
did.
that
Right.
everything.
Because
is
even
in.
as Shah said, for leadership purposes, you get in your own way if you spend your time blaming yourself,
Correct.
rather than like understanding what needs to be picked up and just moving forward, assessing your mistakes. Damn, someone I was talking to where it's like you can judge or assess. Again, it's kind of the same conversation. Like I don't like, because I'm like, would you judge your kids? She's like, nah, I wouldn't judge my kids, but people judge. And I'm like, but I think higher thinking people assess.
Like also,
Okay.
Like, you
it's
know what I
levels
mean?
to
It sounds
judgment.
like it's
Assessment
about
is a
changing the
judge.
language.
The semantics is huge.
Absolutely.
Invocation, like
Absolutely.
how you speak to yourself in your brain, how you
Because
meditate,
in
how
a
you
sense,
pray.
to become a judge is like you have to go extra hard to become a judge. So in order to judge people, you need to go on this path before you can even judge a person. Like
For
in my
sure.
mind.
For sure.
Everybody
And-
judge
and-
everybody.
But it's
But you gotta
it's
temper
it's
it, though.
human.
But you gotta temper it.
You could judge people without judging people. Like you don't have to tell them that you're judging them.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. It's like whatever that's you doing that. It is what it is.
Yeah, if it's people can still take that as they might not take your word for it though. Like it still feels like you're judging them despite you telling them that you're not judging
It's a
them.
little
Right.
personal.
That's just
That's
that's
something
personal,
personal.
but
That's
Yeah.
something I
That's how
wouldn't be able to
people move.
control. I respect it. I'd have
and
to.
that's I think that's
I'd have
why
to just respect
I'm kind
that.
of like subside. Like I feel you. Like I got it.
Because I think to what you've started, if you're in a room full of people that are personally being accountable to themselves, then they're not going to read that necessarily in a negative way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but if you toxicity breeds toxicity, cleanliness bleeds cleanliness. Like if you got a clean crib, everything that's dirty is like, oh yeah, now let me get rid of that. But if everything is
Stands out
messy,
that much more.
you might just keep a lot of messy shit around. It's hard to decide what to clean first. It's just a totally different mind frame.
All together.
Yeah, that's why, like, you know what I mean? I had an ex that used to tell me, like, yo, your room is a microcosm of your brain. Like, if you're not taking care of, like, where you sleep at night, then it tells me how you think, how you wake up. And I used to be like, man, shut up. Most of the girls I'd be like, man, shut up. They actually give me supreme
It's probably because
wisdom.
it was your girl
Exactly.
at the time.
But it'd be supreme
It
wisdom.
feel different when it's your lady.
Because I think much clearer when my space is clear. If I'm in a gallery and I'm like
Yeah.
looking in a gallery space and I start thinking
Again,
about what I
That's
want
your
to make.
sanctuary. So
But yo,
Yeah.
gifts and curses. There's times where I just want to go to sleep but can't because I gotta clean this shit up.
Oh, and this dude got
I can't.
he got the OCD
I
though.
can't do it, bro.
Nah, I mean,
I would
I
rather
know
be
I'm
able
involved
to,
with somebody
like,
that
oof.
needs to have space
It gotta
and
be
have
a certain
room
way.
and a level of cleanness so she can. She's very spiritual. So
Niggas going-
I don't know a lot of
Yo.
spiritual people that aren't very,
I was just
very
about to
like
say,
on top of
Because
that.
if that goes to that intention, it goes to the intention that we was talking about.
It sets the
Word.
tone, yo.
It sets the tone.
It's
It
feng
set the
shui.
tone.
Like feng shui your spot. That shit is a
Set the
real thing. You
tone.
put something in a different spot in your room.
Shout
feel
out to the
different.
Cancers. Shout out to the water sign. Shout out to the Cancers.
Shout out to everybody,
It's
man.
funny.
Shout out to everybody,
Shout
but
out
the,
Shout out
literally
to all
just
the
switched my
signs,
whole
but
room
yeah,
around.
it's
For that same exact reason, I felt so
shui.
cluttered. Like I
Yo.
felt like everything was like trapped on top of me, and then I just changed everything. Like my whole room now, I feel like mad spaces in there.
That's
And
good.
I've been wanting to stay in my room more.
Cause like
Yeah,
sometimes you
I
want to
gotta
clean
come
your
check
room,
you,
but then you
cousin. I
don't
gotta
clean
come
your
pull up
room,
on you, man.
and then you be wearing not. Then you wake up and you're like, I still ain't. I
Yo.
still ain't. Then that shit just be dirt on you a little bit. Then when you clean your room, you
That
be feeling
shit
like I did that,
feels
bro. I look
amazing.
around and be like, yo, hell yeah, bro.
Absolutely. As I'm
To
saying,
me,
it's-
my room is like a function of how I'm feeling. So my room get really dirty. It's usually because I'm feeling like
Well, mine gets very quick. I have dogs, so it's like I live a different. I have to work hard to make sure my room not only doesn't stay dirty or isn't that like messy, but that shit don't stink. Like I have to burn something in there at all times. I got to do something. Cause
I mean, you got two
That's why
big
you be on,
girls,
but that's
yo,
why you be
so
on your shit though.
Yeah, like I got two dogs,
like that,
so
though.
it's key.
that shit is
Different,
no joke.
rather.
That shit is no joke. All right, listen, I want to transition from here because, like I said, the state of the world is a little crazy, but we was having a discussion, a mini version of this about the state of music. The last time we was here, we was complaining about a few things, and we didn't like where music was at all. I want to retouch on that before we jump into our sports. I know y'all waiting for sports. Before we jump into sports, I want to know
Respect.
what is the state of music, particularly after this battle. We don't have to go too into depth about it, but
Trash.
I feel like people are more conscious of what they putting out, but that shit's still mediocre.
Yeah, I think music got a lot better. I ain't even going front. It got better. I wouldn't say a lot, but I think it got better because the front runner, like I was arguing on the pod, was Sexy Red, and right now, it is not. Like I don't know what she's doing, but she's not on top of the rap game right now.
I would say
Respectfully, like, and is no shot.
There's no
to Sexy
shade to
Red.
her. There's no
I was about to
shade.
say,
We
no
respect
shots to
all
Sexy. I
business. We respect
her
you and
hustle
your
and
bag.
grind. But yeah, like
Yes, sir.
a number one artist, yeah, she was front running this shit until that happened. And then we also was talking about beefs on this shit too. Like we spoke on everything that happened on this podcast.
Yo, I feel like right after we
like we
left,
spoke it
one
up.
of the biggest beefs started
happened.
happening.
Like
I feel like
incredible, bro. Everything we spoke on this podcast came to light not so long after.
so he's giving me a different thought a little bit. Like I think that because of the quality people, like people of quality have felt like they can come outside and produce their quality.
Yo.
But I do feel that like because the field was saturated with a lot of what we may consider lack of quality, I think a lot of people are quiet. I think the music industry itself is suffering right now. I think that's why they're latching on to some of these things, like a Kendrick and riding that out as long as they can. You know what I
Absolutely
mean?
agree
Like,
with that.
and I think it's interesting, even what you said too. Like some motherfuckers is trying right now. I think a lot of people gotta try shit. I mean, I watch the Joe Budden podcast a lot. I think that honestly, the money, Drake suing and all that stuff, people could talk the bitch about it. But I think there's also a financial fight between artists and
That shows
industry.
the state
Hell
of the
yeah.
industry. That shows the state.
And I think
like,
that when
the industry
he's
is in.
complaining, and
It's
that's
like,
the dude that was feeding all the Spotify, everybody's trying to be on his playlist, and now all of a sudden you see that he's misaligned in the music industry. Everybody feels like, damn,
Nah, you
where do
can't
we
take
go?
it like that, bro. You can't take it like that.
They
because-
offered that nigga $400 million.
Who can't?
And he
No,
took
no,
it.
to own him.
You said
To own him.
But
for
he
him to
took
say-
it. He could say no.
Ho. Who can't? Who can't take it like that?
No, because he can't say like him suing is like a visual, is like an indicator of the state of the music industry when he sued because of his own personal situation, because of his loss in that beef and the way how his public image was now being portrayed throughout throughout music.
But all right,
Please.
but for me to continue, all right. So, and this is my opinion. Like the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake is about like a more independent artist versus a guy who's like, I'm an industry guy. And I think that Drake was upset that in this whole beef, UMG kind of stood in the middle, made money off of both sides, where I felt that you would never have done that to me with all the money and the $400 million you gave me. So like, and then I realized in real time that you made that play because you don't care about me. You just saw that Kendrick, that's the best play to run right now. And I feel that Drake is like, all right, bet. This deal that I'm in, me touring incessantly. Like there's a lot of things that Drake is portraying that he's the man, but people have really been looking and like, yo, bro, why are you touring so much? You've dropped an album. You like, Kendrick takes 6 years for an album. You drop like damn near every 13 months.
Again,
Are you being forced to do this?
You know what I think it is? I think it's artistry versus commercial.
Yes.
One person is trying to be a commercial success in which my stats, everything that like
The numbers,
the
if you
numbers,
look at
it
it,
all is gonna say
that
that I
I'm
am number
the one.
one.
Absolutely.
And it's never gonna go away. But what happened, what Kendrick Lamar did in this whole thing is he used his artistry
For him,
and
the spirit.
showed that
Absolutely.
that artistry is always going to outclass commercial.
For
all
sure.
the time.
But
And you can and as an artist, Drake as an artist cannot be like, yo, I'm mad because, which is what he's doing. He's mad because he's not as good of an artist as
I
him.
agree with you to a
Hold
degree,
on,
but I
hold on.
do feel that Kendrick Lamar this is the most commercial that Kendrick Lamar has ever been, ever. So I feel like I
Yes.
use the
He
commercial.
had
I
to.
use
I think he
commerciality
had
to
to.
take you
I'm
out.
saying,
But
Because
we got on the
I can
Super Bowl,
commercially,
so
because I agree.
this is
I can
absolutely
be
the most
artistic
commercial.
and commercial.
But that's what he did. He didn't say,
And that's something I don't think Drake can do.
I didn't have to sacrifice
Drake
my
is like-
my artisticness to be commercial. I could still be my same
Meet in the
artistic,
middle.
true to my
I think we're
artistic
agreeing.
value, and
Absolutely,
then
it
not.
does sound like
Because I think we're agreeing. Because I feel like my point is Drake is saying, y'all care about that artistry shit now? Y'all have not cared about that. And y'all been buffing me up, and now y'all just made me take an L where
Absolutely.
you letting this artist run around and call me a
See,
pedophile.
That's
But they
where
didn't make it.
Like y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
that's where it
playing
get
with
weird.
me
They
in
can't
my
make him
face,
take
and
a
it's
L.
like gave him the Super
You
Bowl.
took an L.
They
I
didn't
can't
make
make
it.
you
The
take
L
an
I'm
was
saying,
L.
but you
on
keep
you.
giving him platform.
Again.
Like every time that I try to
He
sue y'all
always
and be
had
like,
this
yo, bro,
platform.
don't,
Y'all
I'm
wanted
saying.
to battle on this
Hold on, hold
platform.
on,
But Drake,
one-
I'm saying, but
one
Drake
thought
is
at a
saying,
time.
please don't let
Not
this
to-
man
not
call
to
me a
answer.
pedophile on that stage. And every corporation who has allowed me to be the corporate darling is saying, nah, I'm gonna let him do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just saying,
In
I'm
rap-
not saying that he's
in
right
rap
or
battles,
wrong.
that shit not against the
But
rules.
Drake is not necessarily. Again, we're talking about commercial versus rap, commercial versus artist, and
But
we're
this
talking about
is
a
how-
guy who, like, I play the rap game when I feel like it,
See.
but I am the most commercially
This is-
aligned rapper.
this
So I'm
is-
just saying what his beef is with the suit.
No. I understand the beef fully with the suit. It's
So
like
that don't mean it's right.
it's
wrong.
like-
Bro, I'm not speaking to
Yeah,
here right
yeah,
or wrong.
I don't think he's
I'm not speaking to right or
He's
wrong.
not speaking to
just-
right or
and-
wrong.
and I-
just
and
speaking to
and-
why
Again,
he's
there are
suing.
artists who care about what Drake's suing about, and this is a totally different reason than what Drake's suing about. Like they would love for that suit.
What
to,
is Drake suing about? That's essentially what we trying to get to the bottom. of.
Defamation, bot usage, algorithms, tricking systems. He's saying that basically y'all allowed, like
Essentially-
Kendrick's numbers are like that because y'all did that to him.
Not
But
just that,
essentially, he
not
did
not
the
not
same
just that, not
exact-
just that.
Exactly.
It's that he
So-
put his. It was also they put his location on that album, on that song,
And
cover.
there's pedophilia
and it's like
attached
you
as well.
allowed that. He's going on and it's literally spreading propaganda
Like
that
the
I am a pedophile.
I agree. The jinking part
Absolutely.
is hypocrisy because
But
yes,
in
he's
hip
done
hop,
that.
they be saying a whole bunch of shit that's not like we don't know that Drake is no pedophile. It's a rap battle. I'm saying whatever.
But we-
It's
in
the
the
dozens.
same accord,
I'm
cutting
not
your
saying
ass
we're
right
not
now.
we're
Like,
not saying that what he did is off limits. Which you asked us a
and we're
question
not saying
of
that
what's
it's hip hop either.
right. You
necessarily.
asked us a question of what's he suing about.
Yeah, Drake's not suing on a hip hop level. That's why he's
wow.
suing. You know what I mean? Suing is not
But
hip hop.
that's the issue. He's a hip hop
But
artist,
I'm saying,
and
but
he's
he-
not
I-
suing on the
but
hip hop
the
level.
commercial-
What level?
But the
is
commercial
just
on a
commercial?
commercial
Yeah.
level.
Like
That's the
you
only thing
messing
I'm
up my
suing
business.
about.
Now,
Exactly.
I respect that, but you
But I'm
wanted
saying,
to battle folks.
but I'm saying in hip hop,
You wanted to battle
in
folks.
hip-hop
I agree.
back
We're
in
not
the
saying
day,
again. We're
20
not
years
arguing
ago-
whether it's right.
20
or
years
wrong.
ago, when niggas would battle, the commerciality was never an issue because ain't nobody as big as the way that he's big right now. The way that both these artists are playing. I mean, it's just the game is different than it was back then.
Not
So
the-
we're
that's
using
not
old
even a
school, but I'm
debate. I feel
saying
you.
old school hip hop standards that we're looking at it with. he don't care about that because again, he's also I don't want to
Off-White. We gonna say
I'm not gonna
Off-White.
lie. I'm still
He's
stuck.
Off-White.
I'm
Yes.
still stuck on what
Whatever.
he said about how artistry always will defeat commercial,
all the time.
and it's like
we
I
want
wanna
to
agree
believe
with
that.
that.
We want to believe that.
I
what
wanna
happens is
agree
this.
To
with
the
that.
to the listener.
No, what happens is this.
Not and they,
What they do-
somebody gonna get
Hold
more
on.
money.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
That's true.
And the way how they do it is because it's commercial and it is artistry is something that you have to understand it. So
I disagree with that.
again,
It's to be interpreted.
again, and it
Yeah,
needs to be
yeah.
interpreted. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody won't get the same understanding from
right.
from
One
from
same
art.
art.
But
Yes.
a commercial song is made to kind of
It
it
is
give
what it
everybody
is.
the
Yeah.
same feeling.
Yeah.
So now we could they could pump this, and that's why it's on there. You're gonna hear the song 10 times.
It's
on the
easy
radio.
to agree upon. It's one
people who,
meaning.
hey, I don't like it. Will be like, yo, I like to hear that song when I'm in the club, and because they like to hear it in the club, now it's like it transitioned into leaking into more of the things that they do till they don't mind hearing it on the radio every day. They don't mind doing this, and then now that song becomes super popular. You want to know something funny? This is the.
But are you talking
this
about
gonna be a funny
artistry?
circle.
Are you talking about artistry or
Commercial.
commercial? Okay.
Commercial. This gonna be a
Full
funny
circle moment.
That's why I don't like Ja Rule. commercial.
Nah,
and
yo.
they beat it in our head
Was
until
he
they
though?
said you like it.
All right, but
I don't think
My-
he was.
my
I
man
think-
here don't
I'm not even
appreciate
gonna
the
lie.
greatness
I
that
think
was
Ja
Ja
Rule
Rule.
was innovative.
yeah, I was about to say
He
I'm not gonna.
created that shit that they was doing, that singing that shit. He
Like,
created
I'm not gonna
that.
lie,
Though.
I want, like-
Whether you like it or not, he created that. Like I don't know another nigga who was doing that before.
I
him.
feel like it's not a black or white thing. Whether
And
something is
niggas
art.
stole that from him. My fault.
let-
My
Not
bad,
the-
yeah. My bad. Nah.
And niggas stole that from him. Like they went and attacked him and directly used that method that he was using.
Listen,
Like,
because the way
so
how
that's
you was doing
innovation.
Oh, that might get his throat off.
Like to be like Nick, like being melodic, which in hip hop is almost a cheat code now. It's like, all right, you're not rapping, you doing this melody shit, this syncopation shit, that thing that Drake is great at. Like knowing that like da 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 da
That's my
da.
favorite Drake,
But it's
bro.
like back in
Come
Motown,
clean.
we building an empire off of niggas who know how to do these jingles and shit like that. That is, in a sense, artistry. It's not the most advanced.
commercial art.
And it's like, it's the type of artistry that's so candy that like I can get 8 to 32 to fuck with this. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a skill set in knowing how to do that. It gets muddy. I don't want to, that's why, like, because I've had arguments with people where people are like, Drake's not an artist, Kendrick's an artist. And it's like, nah, he's a pop artist.
again.
crazy.
And I don't want
That's
you.
crazy.
Boom.
I don't want it to seem like because you commercial, you're not an artist.
Yeah.
You are still an artist, but
It's levels to
The
art.
substance,
There's levels.
the substance within inside of your art is very minimal.
Yeah, I feel you,
So
for
it's
sure,
easy
for
to
sure.
to digest. You
Understand
kinda
it
like
right away.
Put
For
it
sure.
right in easy. It's like you have to be an artist to make a song in order to really
On, at
come
least
up with
at
it.
the basis. Yeah.
But when your song have extra layers in it, when somebody listening to your song and they could think about the movie that your song is creating just by listening to your
This
song.
is why I feel bad for any Drake fan who thought he stood a chance in this battle. Like
I
this,
don't
he's
feel
never
like Drake could do
displayed
that.
anything like that.
Even
And
though
Kendrick has
Drake
done
is a
that.
great lyricist.
I ain't gonna
But
lie,
I don't
fucks
feel like
with
he could
Drake.
tell a
but
story.
He
Like,
is again a commercial, yo.
Kendrick
He's
got
a
songs he
commercial,
dropped
bro. He
years
trying to
ago.
get to
I
the
still
bag, yo.
listen to understand. Like I still
I get a
gotta
double
listen.
and triple entendre
I'm not
from
gonna
him.
lie. I
So
say
it's
that.
like
I feel like
it's
Good
triple
Kid, Mad
meaning.
City, Good
Kid,
Kid,
Mad
Mad
City.
City needs to be a movie. Like
that shit was a movie.
It
Like
really needs to be
He
a
does
movie.
all his albums in
They
a
were
in
all-
some form of art.
theater, word.
Yeah.
Like
Apparently Good Kid, Mad City. I think one is a movie, one's a film, one's a poem, one's I
a
forgot what-
magazine. Damn is a magazine, I
Yeah,
believe.
Damn's a magazine. That's why it was all capital letters.
Like it look, yo, that
like
nigga's
yeah,
different,
like again
bro.
and again that level of like
That nigga's
intentionality, intentionality.
it comes with
That
the
nigga's
art.
Like
different,
it's different
bro.
if I know I could just me and my man 40 could just go sit up, drink lean, and then we
That-
could just
not-
come
I'm
up
not
with 30
even gonna
songs
knock
in a
that.
night.
I'm not knocking
or
that,
me
though.
sitting
Like,
or me sitting with my
I'm a little
me sitting
jealous.
with Dave Free and really thinking a 4-year plan of like I want to tell this story that leads to this, kind of like Avatar. I want to do Legend of Korra in between Aang and this third dude. It's like, I bet that's different than the guy who's like, I'm gonna get my first season off. Then like, I bet I'm gonna greenlight you for 2 more seasons. Now you're trying to come up with 2 more seasons. That shit usually be trash. Like you didn't have a full.
Trying to best the
You're
first,
trying
and
to come up on the fly the genius you had in the first place. Like it's not a given that you could ever do that again.
Yeah, trying to come up with a sequel is probably one of the most difficult things.
For sure.
Particularly if you didn't have a plan. Like them Harry Potter books, she wrote all of them.
Like,
Yeah,
they was already out, you feel me?
she probably knew
wrote
how that he
all
was
of
going to
them
die
shits
and all
before
that.
Yo,
shit
word.
went popping.
I enjoyed every
She was
second of
homeless.
that shit.
Yeah, she was in the coffee
She was
shop
telling that
writing them
story
shits.
to her kid when they had no home. Like before it was written, she was just saying that shit to just keep the hope alive.
That's heat.
Like that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if that's a real story, but I remember that was going around back in the day.
I'm
That's
running with
legend.
that.
That's a
heavy.
legend. J.K. Rowling. Shout out to J.K. Rowling.
Yo,
OG.
and she don't like.
Absolutely.
I'm not even gonna say.
Well,
She should be knighted. Do not ruin that.
Let's just
She should
keep
be
it
knighted.
clean.
That boy is a scorpion.
He was about to get him. He was finna
He was
get him.
about to knife
He
that.
I
was finna
fuck with
get
her.
him.
She on our side. She pro woman. Like
Hey,
Oh,
we
okay.
pro.
Yo, listen,
okay,
we're
wait.
with everyone who's pro women.
I said, hey, I realized what
He
he said.
said.
I
That's why I
love
stopped
women
myself.
too.
I love women.
That's how you know I love women.
I love
I'm-
women
yo,
too, but at the
I'm
same
pro
time,
women for sure.
You like
It's levels.
there's
Come
an,
on.
I truly believe
Come
there's an
on.
attack on women right now. It's been happening for the last like 5-6 years, in which they
Maybe
just
longer.
like
longer than that.
I could just say
But
I'm a girl. Right now, I don't
Yo,
gotta
word.
do nothing. I'm a girl.
That's mad.
The fuck is
Entering
that
muddy
for?
waters there, buddy.
Yeah.
First
That's
off,
why he
I
didn't want to
agree
start this conversation.
with you 110%. But I feel like that is a whole podcast in itself.
Yeah,
You
but what
feel
the fuck
me?
is
You
that?
about to set it off.
I mean,
in
no, I
here,
mean,
bro.
honestly, no. It's
No,
I mean,
because-
there's an erasure.
Yo.
There's an erasure.
Oh,
I
man.
also feel like it's a plan to disrupt everybody to not be able to identify very clearly, so that way I can just tell you whatever it is that you need to be. At some point, everybody gonna be gray.
Yo.
Like everybody gonna be a letter. You LGBT,
Listen,
blah blah
you
blah,
will
and
be
it's
in a
like
category.
fall in line because
already
Elon's
remember.
coming with the other spaceship.
already
I was about
Yeah,
to tell you, y'all started off telling me about Elon Musk and how that man is an alien.
Full
Eventually,
circle moment again.
they're
Let's
talking
go.
about putting chips in people's
Yo,
skin.
I'm good.
You're gonna be a
Look
barcode,
at
bro.
his
Like, think about
stomach.
it.
I'm good.
Look
Yeah.
at
I don't look at
Elon
it. I don't
sternum.
look at
Nah,
it.
bro, with the shirt on. I'm not talking about shirt. Look at it.
Listen,
look at
both
with a
of 'em.
t-shirt
That
on. Why
is
is
an
his
alien.
stomach going towards his chin? I've never seen that before, bro. Watch Men in Black.
Yeah,
Man, look at
It's
Elon.
bad built,
Speaking
bro.
about
Respectfully.
Elon Musk, there's an African dude in it's a dude in Africa. I was about to say African dude in Africa. Crazy, but there's a dude in
Maybe
Africa.
a bunch of dudes in Africa. That's how I feel you.
But there's a dude in Africa. He created first a TV that don't need electricity. You don't need to plug it in. He has a car that you don't need to plug in. He has that runs indefinitely. He has a motorcycle runs indefinitely. He used radio signals to create energy.
Protect that man at all costs. He's in
Yo,
danger.
crazy that
Yo,
you say that.
for real.
You know that.
For
And I got nothing
real.
against you, brother. I don't know your name. I don't know really know.
No, I need
You're in
you to be
danger.
protected,
Yo,
though. That's
on
all.
that-
I need you to
on
come
that
out with
same
that for the
note,
people. Then
Dang, I don't even know if I should say because I
Respectfully.
can't remember. But I mean, shit. If anybody wants to reference, Ian Dunlap was on the JPB a little while ago, and he was talking about this guy that Elon Musk stole a lot of technology from, and now this guy created a company that's been selling this technology to Ukraine and all the people that are not necessarily aligned. And he was essentially saying that, like, he's saying that this guy is the actual Tony Stark, and that like buying into his company now is very smart because his stock will go up because he's basically going to become like
He's the
Elon,
actual
Listen,
technology.
y'all, we will jump back into them stocks and create some type of financial portfolio for we could follow while we sit here in some way, shape, or form, because that's super important.
Absolutely.
The fact that you even brought that shit up, that shit hit me in the head. Like when we started this podcast, I was talking about stocks.
absolutely, you put me on to that to those
D.
when it was
we
time
hit
to
a,
go
we
get
hit
it.
a help and lift the life, man. Uplift the life.
Niggas hit a nice little run off that. So listen,
We gotta get back.
I
on
hear
that.
y'all. I hear
Yeah,
y'all.
we with
I
you
hear y'all.
on that.
Knowing
I
about
hear
the
y'all.
gold, the silver,
I hear
how
y'all.
all of these commodities moving, because this is serious right now.
Yo, if you can invest in gold in any way, shape, or form,
Do that.
You
Yeah.
could.
do that.
Get it
Just
for you,
do
feel
that.
me? Even if you want to be
do that.
flying, get yourself a chain.
that.
You should do that.
Nah, you could
And
like
it's
you can
an
invest in
investment.
gold like how you invest in stocks.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't even have to
You
own
don't
the
have
gold.
to
You don't have
touch
to
the
see
gold
it, touch it
at
ever.
all.
But I own it.
So there's multiple ways.
But also
to get
for
in.
all y'all walking around with real metal on your,
That's
you know what I mean,
what
you
I'm-
don't gotta flex it. You should
You
look
really-
at it as an
isn't it-
asset on your, and
It's
it
an investment.
evaluates and it changes. So you should take it a little bit more precious. It's worth way more than just flexing on a nigga that you don't know.
You don't get robbed, right? Because now your investment.
That nigga don't know.
Like-
That nigga don't know you.
No lie,
Come
try
on,
not
bro.
to get as much diamonds in that shit if you gonna do
That's
that.
taken away from
And
you.
if she
$5
only
is
like
cheap.
you for that shine
away
and not
from the
your
value.
shine, nigga.
Listen, man, stay
Skip
out the
on
way.
off
Stay
that.
out
you
the
feel
way
me?
and
Skip
off the radar.
on, nigga.
But-
If you build it, they will come. That's something the Dons have taught me since I was young.
that's
If
that
you
way.
build it, they will
will
come. You do not need to chase none of that except for how you are going to maintain or
Evolve.
just live a lavish lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Chase that. Everything else that come along with it. Work hard, build your shit up, and that shit will come. All of that. All the flocking, all of that. I want to go out and look like you. All of that shit will come.
Yeah, it come to you easier that way.
And
all of
it
that
comes
shit.
natural.
So on a different note, I got a question. I want to ask all y'all. I'm not really too much into it. Who is y'all top 5 WNBA players right now?
Like in the game.
In the league, they playing.
All right, so we're gonna transition into sports right now. We'll start with the W.
Look,
That's
here we
not a
go.
problem.
The
The
dub.
top 5 WNBA players right now.
Right now.
Damn.
I know Asia Wilson's probably in there because
I
she
got
won a
her.
chip, didn't she?
Asia,
Like-
Sabrina,
Huh?
Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark. So she's
I like
still
that. I like.
paying.
What
I
about
mean,
the girl who just now
Kennedy?
beat,
I like that Kennedy.
The girl who beat the girl. The girl who beat Brianna Stewart?
Brianna
Aaliyah
Stewart.
Edwards.
Aaliyah
Someone who zipped in the
Edwards.
one-on-one.
That's
Aaliyah
tough.
Edwards.
Yeah, shout out to that
She's
league
good.
too.
I wouldn't
shout
put her
out to
number-
them
I
doing
wouldn't
that.
put it- I wouldn't put her at number 5. I guess if I was to come up with a 5 on, I've never been asked to do
But
this.
this
for
I'm
me.
saying.
Yo, that's a good
Asia
question, cuz.
Wilson.
I like that.
Asia Wilson, I'm putting Asia Wilson number 1 because she's the best like player to be on, to have on your team. Not just skill, she's the ultimate teammate as well.
Okay.
That's what exponentially heightens fucking Asia Wilson's aura. It's just ridiculous. After that, I'm going to Rika Gumbawale. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She's on the wings, and it's up. Like, it's just up. It's up. It's hot. It's tough. It's tough to stop her. She's the best scorer in the league. She kind of replaced Jewel Lloyd, how Jewel Lloyd was a couple of years ago. That's like a Rike now. And it's like that's a tough guard. So I would put number 2. Number 3 might be Brianna Stewart just based off of resume. And she's just so unstoppable. She's like Kevin Durant. Like, you can't really do nothing with that. Number 4, I'm going Fifi. She just won the one-on-one. That very one-on-one tournament you talking about, Fifi, Minnesota Lynx. I was the defensive player of the year
put me
last
on
year.
the shorty last
I was
year.
number 2 in MVP last year. Like, yo, bro, I'm not going to disrespect her. And then I think Caitlin is 5.
Caitlin
Like,
Clark?
I think Caitlin is 5. Caitlin is, what are you going to do with her?
That's a sniper.
What you doing with her?
Honestly.
Low key, Indiana Fever this season. Watch out. They picked up Dewana Bonner too, so now it's her and Dewana Bonner. I don't think it's about defense as much in the NBA, WNBA. I don't think people really care like that no more. So that's box office. That shit is box office. But I believe I named 5: Asia, Arike, Brianna, who I said,
Fifi.
Nafisa Collier, and Caitlin Clark. That's my 5.
I ain't gonna lie. There's no way I could do justice with
So
shots.
5.
Shots tapped in.
But
But respect
if I
to
could
their
add
league,
one
though.
to
Those
the shot
leagues
to the
that
5
they
that shot. I'm gonna add Angel Reese because I just fucks with Angel. She don't got a whole lot of moves.
She's
but
not
what
a
she
good
does-
basketball player.
I will
She's
add.
alright.
No, and
She's
that's
actually a
that's
good basketball
bullshit. Okay, listen. If you've never really watched women's sports, it's tough to tell me who's trash and who's not because
She
you
don't
see
got a whole
somebody
lot of
missing a
moves,
layup and going to
but-
get the rebound. That's one of the best rebounders in the game right now. She took all of that shit y'all was talking, started playing in the offseason because this is their summer.
Three-ons, right.
This 3-on-3
Rose shit.
She's getting better playing this
Stop.
3-on-3
Yo,
league. That's
listen,
one of
man.
the best parts. Hold up, that's one of the best parts about Unrivaled is that. Nigga, not only that, I don't have to go across seas. I get to stay here and actually play against chicks that are nice. Not to just say chicks, but pardon me, I'm gonna get better. But I'm get to play against people like me or somebody better than me. Like, what does it look? I gotta go across streets and play against somebody I can't pronounce. But I come here tomorrow. I play against Brittany Griner. Bet, like, if I play against Brittany Griner all year long, I'm gonna get better.
I gotta get better.
I'm gonna get better. She's on the team with Chelsea Gray right now. Perfect. Who the fuck is a point guard? Like, come on. All that shit matters. That's a center. She came from LSU in a system where we're gonna put up some threes. You get the rebound. They gotta foul you. Like, you're one of the toughest people on the block.
She a dog.
People be disrespecting Angel Reese. I don't like that shit. I don't really take that shit. I had to really pay attention to that game because I was looking at that shit. Then I'm looking at her play ball.
She gets unrivaled hate. She gets hate. It's because of the Caitlin Clark thing coming into college.
It's because they painted her. It's because of her off the court.
They painted her in a weird way.
She get fly off the court.
I think it's a lot.
It's that too. They think that she don't take shit serious.
She's not taking it serious because she do a lot off the court.
I'm gonna take it a step further because we've already teetered and totted on some lines. I think it's because she's pretty. Certain people
absolutely what I'm leading to without saying
certain women in WNBA.
That's what I'm leading to without saying.
I think pretty women hate on Caitlin Clark because she's so good and she's not that as eye gouging, however you want to say.
I was about to say it's not even it's the pretty, but it's also that you getting paid being pretty. You outside, and you're not afraid to go get bags. You getting all the bags,
absolutely.
And in the era where it's like all the bags that her and Caitlin get is new. Wasn't nobody even giving out them bags before, and then some of the OGs are like,
I can see why they
your
don't
game
like
ain't
that.
even bag worthy to what you. But it's like again, just like NIL. You look at the NIL too, like kids getting bags off of names. They may not even show up and play ball. It's and like, you know what I mean? It's the money right now is it's kind of stupid. Also, the money is just dumb. Niggas are throwing at things before they even know what the investment's going to pan out. But that's the economy.
That's the state of the game.
Trump's America.
That's the state of the game.
Listen, I figured out that that's how rich people function, though.
They just throw money at it.
But they used to be way more intelligent, way more precise with how they did it. Right now, again, there's a lot like this internet, this Bitcoin. Like there's people who have money now and they got it so fast. And back in the day, you had to be good at what you were doing to get your money. And now that's not the case. So you could be way more negligent and stupid because you just got it so fast. You don't even think that you're going to lose it as fast as you just got it.
Before I transition, I want y'all to get y'all final thoughts off because I'm going to use this to segue because I got some thoughts on this Unrivaled League. I've actually I've tuned in the last couple of games.
Before you go, I just want to say that I'm very impressed with how the WNBA has mechanized itself outside of the WA.
Can we even call this the WNBA? Unrivaled?
No, I don't think it is, but I feel like they got their own thing outside of WNBA. Also, y'all been kind of played with in terms of getting the revenue that you should, so maybe that's why you were forced to do it. I feel like the NBA has been coddled into not thinking about being and moving like this for so long. That's why I clap for the women for just already knowing. I feel like the women are advancing their game very, very quickly if you want to be respectful in terms of a business.
Like the guys are not doing that. They don't ego won't let them do it.
That's where I'm transitioning next because there was a lot of talk about All-Star Game and how the format and shit don't work.
Was not that
but
good.
If you think about it, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like watching an Unrivaled League, 60% of what makes this shit appealing to me is that they put effort forth. I'm pretty sure there are some women that don't like this shit at all. Some that chose I'm just not gonna participate, which is you're right. God bless you.
Right.
I think just the simple fact that most of them, everyone that suits up puts on an effort. Like you saw Leah Edwards take it to Breanna Stewart in a way that's like, oh, y'all all telling me I'm going to lose? Watch this.
Get at her.
If the NBA, if y'all need to take a poll, if y'all need to ask these people directly what you want to do, however, whatever it takes, as long as you put a little bit of effort, y'all can make any format work. I'm jacking that.
I would enjoy watching
any
it. If y'all
format could work if you put the effort into it. Absolutely. It might not look as appealing as the next one, but if you put in enough effort to make that shit appealing enough to where y'all going at it, people gonna fuck with that.
I feel like the same way that niggas be like, oh, it'd be hard to do a one-on-one in the NBA because niggas would duck smoke. Reminds me a lot of when you just said that some people decided not to go to Unrivaled for whatever reason. Right. But I feel like if you didn't go to Unrivaled, then you watch how much love competitively this people love what's happening right now. I feel like you might feel a little bit weird just dubbing that shit the next time around.
Right.
I feel like you need to put like whoever's going to do the one-on-one first in the league. Like first off, you got to put the bread up. The league got to put the bread up.
Makes sense.
Y'all put that NBA Cup money up. Come on, bro.
Cool
put that shit up with the.
If they're gonna be competitive,
you gotta make it competitive at the end of the day. Y'all Mac McClellan and shit like that. Like y'all should have just been paying niggas to slam dunk. Y'all gotta just pay niggas. Like at the end of the day, you gotta pay.
The bag. You just gotta pay.
You gotta pay niggas and it's the heart. I don't know who's gonna say they want to do
'Cause
that
they don't
one-on-one
wanna
first. A
compete
lot of
no
niggas
more.
gonna duck that shit first. But I feel like
I
after that,
know.
when the first nigga who wins that shit, if it's a Cam Reddish or something, it's like some nigga and he starts talking greasy, I'm gonna see more
Let's
niggas come
go,
back
bro.
next
I see
year.
That-
There's no
Anthony
way.
Edwards
Set
being
the
the first.
Yo,
I can see that.
He
I-
talked
'cause he-
massive
yeah.
shit. That would be beautiful.
That would be
I
beautiful.
feel like the reason why they won't do it is because of that specific thing right there. Whereas the WNBA, their contracts is not as massive, as crazy. So it's not like a
Compared to what you talking about the WNBA?
compared to like the NBA.
Oh,
like
yeah,
NBA
no,
players.
I
So now
agree.
what's gonna happen is the 12th nigga on the bench who
Gets to play
is like
LeBron James.
gets to play LeBron James, Steph Curry, and when
Have
they
even a
beat them
shot.
on this national stage in front of everybody,
Yeah,
this is something that probably happened in practice a lot.
I
You
mean,
don't get
well-
to see.
well, one, I
but
think-
they beat them
yeah.
on a national stage, and now it brings up questions like, how come he not getting the bread? How come he not the star player? How come he not doing all of this stuff? How come he not getting the minutes that it looked like he's supposed to be allotted?
Okay.
For me, the fact that the WNBA is in a better situation because it's growing, so it's not too big. It's why they have the best field of competition potentially.
But that's why it could work
But
good.
it's like if money is the reason that's fucking y'all up, if money got niggas scared, if money's doing all that shit, y'all need to reevaluate, bro. That means y'all never gonna get better. Your league is already turning into an entertainment league. Like y'all All-Star Game was starring Kevin Hart and Drewski.
I mean,
Like y'all are losing
But they
something.
been- Kevin Hart been
y'all,
doing it.
y'all better be
We just
afraid.
watched
But y'all
the
better
dunk
be
contest
afraid.
the other
But
day.
y'all better be
Kevin Hart
afraid.
was hosting
One
that
of a
shit.
nigga creating another league, or niggas getting tired of y'all shooting threes and chucking up.
Listen,
That shit
they
could
tried
happen.
it. And I'm
They
just
just
to
ain't
add
work,
fuel
bro.
to that. They tried it, and they've been shitting on the big three for a minute. Like, yo, Adam, speculation, especially at follow Ice Cube. That
Absolutely.
motherfucker feels as if they've been trying to sabotage them since Jump Street.
Absolutely.
and it's like, I feel you. Make a better product. You wouldn't feel threatened by them. These are retired basketball players. They came from your league. Why don't you just put a better product out so it can be, oh shit.
NBA.
And then when we
Big
leave
three,
this,
whatever.
oh shit, big three.
Why don't you
That's not how they
hire
move.
these niggas to join your team so that
Right.
way you
Come-
keep the competitive edge of your
join
of your
it.
league? But you don't.
Nope.
Like Katino Mobley should have been on somebody's staff telling some young
Absolutely.
nigga, yo, you need to do these, do these, do these. But
Absolutely.
instead, y'all want to leave Katino Mobley out in the cut where he
To
over here
play
looking for a
ball.
pension. He gonna go to Ice Cube and go get some bread.
It's
And
crazy.
he's got gray hairs
And
balling.
That's kind of disrespectful.
And
to
now with
Katino
the
Mobley,
just watching
like,
Katino Mobley cook niggas, that shit is entertaining as fuck, bro.
Absolutely.
Like it's like, damn, you
He
still
the
out here
OG.
giving it to business.
Work.
Niggas want to see good basketball. Y'all
That's
think
it.
that all of this hoopla,
Yo,
niggas want to
that's
see
it.
good basketball. That's why
That's
niggas
it.
crying for the 90s and the 80s and
So
shit.
niggas need,
That's
and I
what
feel
niggas
like
want.
y'all getting further away. I think they're gonna make niggas get a 4-point line the way they shooting so much. I really feel like the NBA will do some dumbass shit like
If
that.
they do that, that's gonna be the worst decision that they do.
But don't be surprised. You
That's
heard?
gonna be the worst decision that they do.
It can't be a 4-point. That got to be more than that.
Shout out to Shea.
5.
Shout out to
I
Shea
wouldn't
Gilgeous.
be surprised
man.
if they did that. That's even nasty.
Speaking on Shea Gilgeous,
Shout out to the
now,
middies. Shout out to the midi niggas.
You wanna know
man.
what's so funny? I was looking at. I had this conversation with. I think me and you had this conversation too. Where I was talking to Fetty about this. Shea Gilgeous Alexander makes me know that Jordan for sure would average 40, 50 points in this league. 100%. Because he have all of the same skill sets of getting inside, but I'm 3 times more athletic than you.
I mean, Jordan would be unstoppable in this
I
league.
agree with that. He would average a lot of points. I don't agree with like watching Shea. It gives me the indication that they play 2 different games.
Yeah, he's a little
Like,
bit more
I get what
herky-jerky.
you're trying to say, but
I'm just talking about the ability to know that
Talking about free
every
throw
play
spread.
I can get to the
Like,
rack.
they can't
Period.
stop him from getting.
You're
to
not
the spot.
stopping me from getting to the rack. I will get to the rack for 30 points every single game.
But we're watching Anthony. First of all, what we're watching Anthony Edwards do is a baby version of what Jordan would do, and then he's starting to slide to that 3-point line where it's like Mike would eat. Mike would eat in the fact that all this space with y'all niggas shooting threes. Y'all gotta foul me. I'm too fast. Like and settling in a way that like Mike would between foul shots, middies, and maybe he starts shooting a 3. You know, I pray he don't. Yeah, he would cook. He would cook for sure. He jumping over a lot of these. Yeah.
It's different.
I like Ant, and I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. Ant's doing a lot of things like Not wanting to be the face of the league. Like, it's like, I don't think you got to say that, but I guess you're saying that because you keep getting people pregnant. So it's like.
It's more than that. I think they
definitely
playing with.
Yeah.
He's
Don't say he
Adidas.
getting people
Right? It
pregnant.
ain't
No, he
got
got
to
one
do with
reason
that.
pregnant.
No, he's got.
Nah,
no,
it's not one.
No, it's not
But-
one.
He have his baby moms who he with, and then he have the girl who he got pregnant on.
He
There's
told
more
he told it's one woman, and he's told two women.
another one?
Is he? Yes.
That nigga, what?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like
He's
I
him
feel
right
like
now.
3 days
But I don't
before,
think-
3 days
I don't
before
think
I
that's
saw
why
the
he
clip
don't
of him
wanna be
saying,
the
"I don't want to be
face.
the face of the league." I already heard about this breezy that's online talking about this dude sending me texts like, "Get rid of that."
Yeah, that one is the one I know about.
But that's the second one.
The other one is his baby moms. who he
No,
with.
no. There's Paige Jordan.
There's one in the middle.
There's one in the middle. Fake bodied. They used to run around. Yeah.
He looks
used to run
perplexed,
around.
yo,
Used to
bro.
run
Yeah,
around
bro.
Montana.
Shit is real.
Yo,
Wait, and he
bro.
said that he didn't.
he not trying to even talk about that kid. He like, yo.
No, that's the
I
kid-
don't
that's
wanna
the kid
have
with
that
the-
kid.
with
He's
No,
done it more than
it's
once.
another
Alex.
one.
He's dubbed multiple.
It's another one.
So he-
Again, I don't want to stick
So
on
he's
Exactly,
saying
right.
he's
We
breeding these
supposed to
girls
be
and
off
telling
this.
them like, yo,
Yes.
No,
get rid of this
that's
kid.
Yes.
Over, get rid
Yes.
of
He did that once, right?
Yes. No, he did that twice.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know about the second one, so I can't say it. I only know about
Well,
the
you
first
don't know
one.
about the.
Listen.
I think the first one that you're thinking of is the second one.
Is little baby moms.
That's the second one.
Right.
There was.
So you're
there's a-
saying he have 3
there
kids
was-
right now?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure if the second
Third
one
one
took.
is on the way. I think.
Yeah. He's wilding.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
and I don't even want to say he's wilding because at the end they live your life. I mean, Fetty Wap did what he wanted to do.
Niggas-
Listen.
My thing is just that
See,
if
I
you
done
want to be a
lost track of what I was
superstar,
gonna say, man.
Listen, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say you only got 2. I want to be wrong.
I don't think
Forget
that's
having
what-
3. If you got 3, if you got 4, whatever makes you happy, King. Being the face of the league, people gonna have controversy around you. It is what it is.
That's
man.
probably why he don't want it though.
That's what
That's
I'm saying.
why I
That's
think
why
he-
he don't want it. He's trying to.
think
He's like,
I
I want to
do it
still
no
be
baby
me. I
moms.
saw him tell T. Smith, I want to still be me. Da da. And I'm saying,
I don't think
you
it
got
nothing
it,
to do
bro.
with baby
You
mothers.
are high
Like,
profile. At the end of the day, you are the face of Sprite,
I
the
don't-
face of Adidas. How you not like you can't? I don't want to be the face of the league. So don't do these. What are you
Don't win no chips.
What are you talking about? Don't do these commercials. Don't have a shoe.
Be a bum.
Like you gonna have to chill. Strap up. You got to do something.
He getting,
Also,
he
get a
treated
better PR.
like an Adidas athlete.
like-
I think that's why he don't want to be the face of the league. That's what I think.
Why? Because he's Adidas.
Yeah, like I think they mistreat Adidas athletes, and he's getting that rundown through his career.
Well, I mean, I know in the USA
like-
basketball, that's a fact. USA basketball, he's
So
been slighted for that.
who are they pushing as the face of the league?
I think they're confused.
I think they're pushing him. He just doesn't want to be it.
I think they. Yeah, I think that's why he's saying it to
Right,
some
like-
degree.
Absolutely.
Who else could it
believe.
be?
Can I ask you a
It
question?
could be Ja. It could be.
It can't be
I
Ja.
can't be
It could
Ja.
be.
Can't be Ja right
Jason
now.
Tatum. It should be.
I
It
think-
should be
Tatum.
Jason
think-
Tatum, but it's not.
It's not like.
Can't be Jason Tatum because the
So-
Boston market doesn't like him. Like his
Yeah.
team's market does not. They don't market him. Like I realize now that like they didn't market Paul Pierce either. I don't think that they want
It's
anybody to touch like
Boston,
they don't
bro.
want anybody to touch like bro shit.
Absolutely not.
So it's like that's
Yeah,
just
I
not a
know
good
how I
place for
feel
him to be
about
the
Boston.
face.
yeah, I'm not jacking.
I think
I'm
Ja
a New
needs a
Yorker.
USA team.
I'm a Knickerbocker.
I think if Ja gets
It's
a USA
over.
team, he could come
Bro,
back.
I'm not a fan of the New York Knicks like
Nah,
that.
but yeah.
The Boston Celtics organization they making a documentary about it. Congratulations.
They've been racist for forever.
Can't stand
Bro, they shit
they're
in with
fried.
Bill
They're
Russell
fried.
bad, bro.
Can't
Bill
stand
Russell
it.
won 11 rings with them
Can't stand
niggas.
it. Yeah, I'm good.
What?
I am good.
Yeah,
Like the
I'm
fact
all-
that
I'm
the fact
cool,
that
like,
KG
I'm
is
cool
more
on that.
celebrated in
Yeah, I'm not
Boston than
gonna-
Paul Pierce is
I'm
crazy.
all the way
to me.
good on Boston.
Because I
I'ma
gave you
just go ahead and
14
say
years.
that.
My man came and gave you 4. I was the leading scorer on these teams. He moved
Yeah.
back to defensive captain. Y'all OD put KG in front of me.
Yeah.
And it's like I was
Why?
Antoine Walker,
You
no
would.
Antoine
Can I
Walker,
ask-
Walter McCarty.
Wait, can I ask you
KG
a
was
question
wildin',
though?
though.
Is KG historically greater than Paul Pierce?
Absolutely.
You think that had played a role in it?
But I feel like the only reason why he's greater than Paul Pierce is because, like, again, you're in a smaller market than me.
Okay.
And I feel like my market, which is bigger than you, really suppressed what I was doing. Like, I feel like,
Okay.
if like Paul Pierce was sharing the magazine with Jason Williams and Vince Carter rookie year. I feel like that's a good foundation to continue to excel in the league's eyes. Now, granted, like they didn't win, but I don't feel like Minnesota really won either. I feel like y'all niggas was
Kevin
both
Garnett
coming
was
in
an
and out of-
MVP and won 60 games with Sam Cassell and Troy Hudson.
All
I
right,
was
but how
waiting
many
for
seasons?
you to
But how
finish,
many
bro.
seasons did he have that were that good though? He had bad.
Like
he had 40,
3.
but he had some 40-win seasons too though.
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves. You play for the
Sam
Celtics.
Cassell, like, yeah,
That's
you
Danny
know.
Ainge.
I
You
got
know what?
Walter
Danny
McCarty.
Ainge traded Walter McCarty and like 7 people to get Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, and then we
The
won.
big
And then we
tickets.
won.
That shouldn't even be
And
allowed.
I'm
He
saying
won.
I'm the number one fourth quarter scorer. I'm one of the best
I'm
scorers
with
in
you.
the league.
Definitely
And I'm
clutch.
saying, and I'm playing with Eric
feel
Williams,
you.
Walter McCarty, Marcus Banks.
When y'all had the
Paul
squad
Pierce.
and Twan, y'all went to the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
round. Y'all beat my man's AI. I was an AI
Yo,
fan. I remember
absolutely.
Boston.
Yeah,
They
AI.
had tall wings and everyone could shoot. I remember that shit. That shit was kind of fire.
we did that.
Yeah, it
Paul
wasn't that
Pierce
bad.
and Twan
They
was
should have gave
fire.
us some love, bro. They should have gave us some
Y'all
love.
definitely deserve
bro.
more love. I ain't gonna deny that.
I'm
Definitely
just saying
deserve
that
more
I
love.
don't think that I feel like KG was to his point. KG was an MVP, so it's like when you come here, we gotta. Oh shit, we got KG, and he moving on some
Big
Bill Russell.
ticket.
He's the captain, But it's
Big
like, yo, bro,
ticket.
y'all really just want to ignore this nigga that like is the one that's going 1-on-1 with Kobe on the wing. Like, stop it, bro.
Yeah.
And then when Jason Tatum comes in, he literally is the most decorated 26-year-old maybe in NBA history.
He up there.
Like,
Yeah.
like I don't think anybody at his age has won.
That's why I mentioned.
As
Besides
him.
Patrick Mahomes.
And why is he?
Oh,
not
I'm
the
in
face of-
NBA. I'm in
Why
NBA.
is he not the face of the league?
And it's like it's only because like in Boston, y'all don't even
That's
want
the
to.
que-
Y'all
that's
don't even
the
want to say
question.
that he's
That's-
the best player on the team in Boston. Y'all making it. Y'all leaving it up in the air that it could be Jaylen Brown.
That's all right.
Is
yo.
it them leaving
Jason
up in the
Tatum,
air? I think
man.
Jason Kidd just tried to throw a little wrench
Absolutely.
in the system.
And then it
didn't work, but-
I had to clean that up. That's the illest number 2 that we got in the league, bro. You know, you robbing, nigga. This nigga
But then
is
he
a
goes on to win
6'10".
the MVP of the finals.
And in Jalen Brown's speech, he said, "Yo, this man right here. Without him, we don't do nothing.
We don't do shit. Jason Tatum as a matchup.
I think I've watched them like play against each other,
This
and
is-
Jason Tatum
cooking him.
loves
He's cooking
that
him.
shit.
He's
Like,
cooking
yo,
him.
bro, I'm
That's-
gonna
Yo,
scrape
I'm
you.
the nigga with the moves. Like if you had some moves, then sure.
The dude with the moves, the dude with the size. Like
I
again,
can go to the
am-
other side of the rim if I want.
Like,
I
at
don't
some
even
point-
know if you want to do that.
At some
if
point,
you Jaylen Brown.
Paul George was the prototypical NBA body. Jason Tatum is the new. You're closer to Ben
That's
Simmons
what I'm
size.
asking, yo.
Like you damn near Ben
Why
Simmons
is he not
size,
the
except
face
you
of the
not
league?
doofy like because he plays in a market that
'cause
won't
he's on the
celebrate him.
Celtics.
Absolutely,
That's what we saying.
And they selling the Celtics as a team effort. We all shoot threes. Peyton Pritchard getting more love than Jason Tatum.
Peyton Pritchard just lit.
Peyton
niggas.
Pritchard getting OD
They
love.
had
bro.
40.
Yo,
Him
he
and
cooking.
White
He
had
cooking.
40.
I'm not trying to be
40,
racist.
bro.
He's cooking, bro.
Wait, he had 40 points
43.
But I know y'all-
bro.
As another
with
player.
himself.
Him
off
and
the bench.
Derek
Off the
White
bench. Off the
both
bench.
had 40.
Wait, he had 40,
40.
40?
Yes.
43
40.
at that, I think.
My man had
4?
40.
Like 40.
Yo, 40. 40. My man's trying to contact us through the window.
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know what he's saying. He's
I
trying
don't-
to
I don't
open
do
the
sign
door.
language. Motherfuckers be
He
trying
want
to
to
open
come
the doors.
inside.
I'm not gonna lie, they
bro.
got the
They
These
must know they must know the
celebrities and shit.
episodes
They can
coming
feel the
in.
energy
They
or
got the
something.
Everybody
Haircuts
does.
out
Everybody
there.
They can
knows.
feel the energy.
Everybody knows.
That's
We got
crazy.
the
All right, we
outside.
got a couple minutes left though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
They got my son McLovin out there.
That's the Japanese McLovin.
Yo.
Nickelavine.
Can I ask y'all a question
I
before
can't
we
go
go?
Mexican.
Before we go, I gotta ask y'all one question. Am I bugging for saying there's only 4 teams that could really win this year?
Nah.
As much as it's been some,
I'd like to
some
know who the 4
disparity.
is. I like the
Yeah.
4 is. I feel like it's
Boston, OKC, the Lakers. Oh, I guess 5. Nope, I say 4. The Lakers and the Warriors. That's only 4 teams I see winning.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was very
I'm
hype.
a
I was very
Knickerbocker,
hype on
but
the Knicks.
I would love that. But
I just see
What about the Nuggets?
the Knicks are missing. something.
Oh, what about the Nuggets? The
So-
Nuggets would be yeah.
As
in the
much
mix.
as I like the Nuggets,
Why not?
it's about how you play going into the postseason. Now, if they could pick up some steam and show me that
you said
when
Boston. Sorry.
I got you. If they could pick up some steam and show me like when Jokic isn't on the court, they can play basketball, then maybe. But they can't really do that without Jokic on the court. So
Yeah, their team got thinner.
You're relying
They've
too much
been
on Aaron
losing-
Gordon.
They've been losing people every year.
lying way too much on Aaron Gordon. Now
So
you
you
asked
said-
me, you want to know
You
my
said
5
you said Boston.
Oh,
you
my
said
4?
OKC, LA.
and the Golden State. Those only
Yeah, I'm
4
not
teams
gonna lie.
I
The
could win.
Warriors.
Only 4 teams.
I ain't
Yo,
gonna
the
lie.
Warriors
Your
look
boy
very
Stephen
fucking
and
Yo, you
Jimmy
were
look
you
good,
were
man.
you
Jimmy look
wanted to let go. wanted to let go.
Nah,
He a Warriors
I can't
fan.
let go.
I know. I
Steph
can
Curry's
tell.
my
I can
favorite
tell.
player
You ain't
of
never.
all
You
time. Like,
didn't.
he a
But
Warriors
you were
fan.
angry.
I've
Steph
never
Curry
seen
has
him be a
officially
fan of
jumped
the
to like
team,
my
actually.
all-time.
And you've been
favorite
screaming for a
basketball
big
player.
man, but they've been putting Jimmy Butler at the 4th.
He's my all-time favorite basketball player.
He the
Steph
best
Curry.
shooter of all time.
He's a great.
so
No, I'm
it's
not.
all
I
right.
think Steph
I
Curry
think
is
Steph
in the
Curry
GOAT
the better-
conversation.
the greatest shooter of all time. I asked him this question. I feel like Steph Curry is the greatest showman of all time in the NBA. He make that shit.
He gonna
when
turn
he
around and
when
I'm
he's
not gonna
going
lie.
good.
That's interesting.
He gonna make the crowd come on his side and demoralize you all in the same
I
time.
don't want to say that
I enjoy
Curry
watching
is
Steph.
better than Braun, but I want Kobe. I want Curry to
he
be
ain't
in
better
the.
than
I want
LeBron
Curry to be
James,
in the
man.
Jordan conversation. I
I'm
want him to be
sorry.
in that pantheon.
I
I
get
kind of
off
think
that.
Curry's. I personally think Curry might
This
be
nigga look
greater
weird.
than Kobe. I think
Sorry.
maybe
At
not
this
as terms
point-
of the legend,
What?
Nah, it's over.
not the legend.
Kobe,
But the
what?
basketball skill.
Absolutely
I've never
not.
seen anyone do what
Absolutely
Steph
not.
Curry
You
does.
talking about shooting? I feel
Absolutely
you.
not.
But
Off the
everything
dribble,
else, yo,
off the
Kobe
ball
practice more.
movement.
You know,
I
Kobe
know he practiced more
than
as a
everybody
one-on-one
in
as a
that
one-on-one
motherfucker.
basketball player for his build. Of course, he's one of the greatest.
That's the skill.
Like,
That's the
triple
skill.
threat
like,
dudes.
He
but
worked
I'm not,
on that
I'm
shit
not
more
triple
than
threading,
anybody
bro.
else. Ooh.
I'm Steph Curry. I'm not triple threading. I'm not.
And the last
I'm
thing
doing
now-
some other vortex shit.
That's
I
very
don't think
true.
another human being, and even though the whole world want to
because
try,
he's the
y'all
best
niggas
shooter, they
can't.
gotta
Let me ask you a
Niggas
question.
can't.
Let me ask y'all a question. How many screens you think Kobe
Oh
ran?
my
off?
Oh yeah,
God.
no, I feel you, bro.
Like-
I'm just asking. How many
Not a lot.
how many dribble handoffs do you think Kobe Bryant
Not
has
a
ran?
lot, bro.
with?
It's pass me the
Anybody.
ball and
but I'm
watch
saying
out.
you don't
Like,
want that.
How you know? I can score.
You
I
telling
can
niggas to
score off the
move.
screen. I can score for off ball.
That would've been fire.
Andrew Bynum
Of course
can
you
off
could.
ball
Of
screen
course
for
you
me.
can.
That would've
That's
been
not what
fire.
we
Of course he
asking
can.
here.
Of course he can. But I'm also telling that nigga to get the fuck out the way.
Right after he gets me open off the screen. Yo, when I move off the screen, you
Watch
move out
out.
of
And
the way.
I might just start dancing with this nigga on this pivot.
That's cool. But that's another choice that I made. I'm saying
I'm
any
insane.
way the game could have been made easier for Kobe. Kobe looked for it.
I was about to
That's
say.
what Kobe
I'm
did.
saying flying off that screen, stopping on a dime.
Oh, it's tough. Trust
And
me.
and
I
when
got you.
when it's needed the
Talking about
most,
Steph moving
and
without
when
the
it's
ball or
needed the
Kobe?
most. I'm saying, but Steph is moving at a higher speed.
Like-
It's more of the.
I still feel like
That's
nobody
the-
have a
that's-
gravity like Steph.
Nah, the
Like,
vortex we speaking to.
whenever
He's
he
shooting
wherever
from
he
back
run,
there.
It's just something very
Everybody gotta be
special.
looking
Again,
that way.
I'm not. I don't think it's
I
clear
respect
cut.
him
I'm
for
worth.
everything that
I
you're
said
saying.
it
I
knowing
don't
it would
think
be
he's better
spicy.
than Michael. I mean, than LeBron
Kobe.
James. Or
I just
Kobe.
feel like Kobe's in that space, LeBron's in that space, Steph's in that space.
But I
There's one
respect him,
nigga
though.
there that it's like, oh, if you want to go visit this nigga, like Kier, like Jordan is Kier, you gotta go to them weird ass. So that's a Severance reference. Yo, watch
Yeah,
Severance,
niggas say,
motherfuckers
yo,
need to watch
that's
that
some
shit.
wild shit. I ain't
Like
gonna
that's
try
the
to front.
motherfucking fake ass. He the real god. He the real god of this shit. Some niggas get to come sit in the pantheon around that nigga. I think Steph Curry get to sit in that pantheon. Like Ray Allen ain't in that bitch.
Respect
T
him.
Mac ain't in that
Yeah.
bitch. Vince Carter ain't in that bitch.
I
It's
respect
like
it.
maybe 3 other niggas in that bitch, bro.
And
LeBron,
Steph's still good
Cole,
work right now.
and I just feel like, because I know I can't say LeBron.
Because this is what I said to
He
him.
ain't
I
a
said,
young man no more.
what-
He giving
if-
out work
if-
still.
If Steph Curry win his next ring right now,
Oh my God.
like
Now we
where
talking.
his legacy is
Now we
at.
Also, Jimmy Butler got to go up the ranks if they
About
win the
to
shit.
say, yo, he
Jimmy
got
Butler gotta
Jimmy
go up the ranks.
Butler. That's the
Absolutely.
only
Jimmy
thing
gotta
that's
go up the
fucking
ranks,
this,
bro.
this year up. They got Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler's on the court, his plus
his
is
IQ is
ridiculous.
They smarter.
When
than
he's
they
not on
used
the
to be.
court, that shit is
Like,
ridiculous.
Y'all did not get taller at all, but y'all,
Y'all got
seem
Jimmy
way
Butler.
stronger,
Like,
way
y'all are.
bigger.
Y'all
He's
play
just
more
bullying
defense, all that.
anybody. He'll
Yo,
bully anybody.
I didn't think that
I'm
shit was
glad.
gonna work like that.
I didn't think it was
that
gonna work
shit
like that
worked
either.
like
I'm
that.
not gonna lie.
I kind of, I told you, I was
You
like,
did-
he's not gonna be KD, but I just do things that KD don't do. Like KD ain't gonna get to the
Yeah.
foul line like me. I'm saying he don't. He gotta be Jimmy. This foul line, I'm gonna stop the clock. Fourth quarters, like I attack this game very
Not that
differently. than
KD
niggas.
wouldn't do that, but
But it's just he's not physically going to do what I
defensively,
do.
I'm about to stop somebody.
Jimmy Butler's
Like-
superpower is being a trench baby. He's the trenchest nigga in the league. Like you can't out trench that nigga, and he want to be in the trenches.
And now
like,
you got
he play like he homeless.
gravity.
still.
Now
Because-
you never have to worry about a double team ever.
He's like,
different.
this is the best
I'm
nigga.
freed up.
This is clearly the best nigga Jimmy Butler's ever played with in his life,
Absolutely.
bro.
Yeah, there's no question in my mind.
I don't even know what that Phoenix shit. I mean, Phoenix would have been cool. Because I think him for Bradley Beal is an upgrade. Because I think Jimmy Butler is very underrated.
If he does
for
what he's doing over there.
I think him and
I
the
wanted
Warriors
to save
Him and the
Phoenix
Warriors
for
is
another
chippy.
team.
Him and the Warriors is chippy though.
I wanted to save Phoenix for the team for next time. We're gonna wrap some of this shit up. We're gonna continue the conversation we're gonna continue the conversation beyond that. But the video, we're gonna end the video segment. We're gonna let the audio shit keep going because we got a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, the four I gave y'all, that y'all want to add anything to any team? You said the Knicks. You ain't the Knicks.
I want to mention the Knicks, but we not.
Anybody else besides those teams?
I don't believe in the Knicks as much. I love the Knicks. I
said
believe
my
it.
team, the
Cavs. The Cavs. I feel
I
like
don't believe in the Cavs.
I just feel like I just feel like what they're
I like
doing is
them.
weird. I just
I don't
don't
know if I
understand. I don't
believe
understand.
them, but I like what they do.
I feel so weird about the league, and I feel like they might just be coming up
What
on
about
just
the
a very
Timberwolves?
weird. Nah,
So-
it's over.
You don't think they could win?
They
With
got
that
Julius-
said,
they got Julius Randle on their team, man.
keep watching keep listening to the audio. Y'all
Pray for Julius. Pray for Julius.
They over. They got Julius Randle on the Timberwolves. It's over, bro. I told y'all.